Raj, this is exciting. We get to take not only these, excellent pieces of synthesis and analysis that are coming out of these LLMs, but now we can actually visualize that data on the fly. We can make tweaks, and I'll stop stealing your thunder and be quiet and let you take it away.
I am too. Actually, this is pretty amazing because even after building this feature, I myself was like amazed on the kind of things that it can actually pull off. Because unlike you developing some visualization for a particular need, this is actually like you can ask anything, right? Just like how PromptQL is giving you answer to anything. It's pretty amazing. I'll not kill the show. All right, here we go. Uh, so PromptQL and visualization. So I just want to start with a thought. As in like a good visualization can give the greatest ideas in the shortest time. So yeah, just like the code says, like any answers to any particular PromptQL questions, can be visualized and like grasped in the better way possible. So again, like what visualization means, the answers to any of the PromptQL questions that you have can be visualized in the form of charts, interactive, visual elements, maps, and more. It's cool. So let's jump on to the demo. So for the demo, what I'm going to use is I'm going to use a sample PromptQL project. It's a public project. I can share this link later on. Visualization is still not available on prod, but soon will be. And for the demo purpose, I'm having a bunch of Kaggle data sets connected to PromptQL so that I can ask questions on top of it. What I'm going to do here is, so without visualization, I'm going to ask an interesting question. Maybe it's very common to everyone. So give me a sense of all the data sets. How big are they? So if I ask this question right now to PromptQL, it does a very good job, trying to understand the data and then like counting the data and giving you a sense of what the data sets are. So what happens is, after getting this data, like you like any sort of data analysis tool that we that you probably use, first thing is you get the data, right? And the next effort probably would be like make sense with this data, right? Maybe like build dashboards, build visualizations and stuff like that. What if I ask the same question when visualization is enabled? Okay, it started processing the data. um, it's give me a second, it's a bit slow because it's running locally. Oh, all right. Let me ask the same question again. Okay, it started acting on your on the data. So right now it has made a query plan, and then what it is trying to do is it's trying to do a count on each of the data sets connected, and then trying to make sense of the data. Let's wait and see how it actually works. All right. So it actually figured out how big the data is, and now it has a details on how big each data sets are. Now my question is, help me visualize this in the best possible way. So if you have used PromptQL and seen like PromptQL in the previous demos as well, as you can see, like it basically started with a query plan, and since the data artifact is already created, it's not querying again from the database. It's smart enough, and then it is started with another action called visualization, and it also picked up and it understood probably a bar chart can work better. And also, given the data sets represent the scale and number of rows underneath, it also realized maybe a logarithmic scale would be like better enough to better to represent a particular set, particular data and set. So imagine that you are actually passing on this previously generated data set to your chart. You probably would download the data and then like pass it on to a chart, or maybe like a data visualization tool. And then you have to also think about how to visualize and what should be the x-axis, what should be the y-axis, and what should be the scale. All those things have been captured automatically by PromptQL, and like it actually made the best possible visualization that it can. You can actually maximize this, and then you can zoom in, zoom out, pan, pretty much do anything that you would do with a normal uh, visualization tool. You can also do things like you can probably download and take a screenshot and stuff like that. Now it's amazing, right? Like basically you are getting empowered by BI visualization tool on the fly that also understand the context of your context of your data, and then create visualizations in the best way possible. Imagine that you're prompting with you're giving some prompts to PromptQL. Maybe you can add context like, hey, I am this persona, and then I care about this particular company objective the most, and hence I would like the visualization to represent data in that level. Right? This is pretty amazing because you don't actually deal with the granular data. You want to see how the big needles are moving, and hence you can actually make sense of the big needles rather than going deep into the granular thing, unless you really want to. I would want to I'd like to show some interesting visualizations that it can pull out. Yeah, this is the same thing that we just discussed. We just created another bar chart, and now let's say if I want to visualize with a you know different prompt. So in this case, the data set is already connected with a wine quality data set, which contains the chemical properties of wine and then quality ratings. So here I have simply asked, hey, create a heat map showing correlations between wine properties. So PromptQL part already processed the data and then discovered, this is the correlation metrics, and then it has passed it on to the visualizer part of it, and then it generated dynamic visualization on its own. It can actually do more, as in like if you ask a further question, can you or maybe like I'll pick up the previous visualization and then say, can you make this a pie chart? It's as simple as that. Just like you're asking your probably yeah, just like you're asking a real person to convert this into a different format and make things on. uh, let's see this in action. All right, it's yeah. So as you can see, like it's again not querying the dataset. It's using the existing dataset, existing artifact to pull out the data, and then creating a different artifact altogether. All right,
All
it
right.
it generated it on the fly. So just like that, you can pull out different kind of data visualizations. One thing would probably be like really amazing is
I was
you can
hoping you would show a map. Yeah.
yeah. I reserved it for this. So here I have asked a particular question. Show the geographical hotspots of accidents from the most recent 100 accidents data. It dynamically generated everything on the fly, and then you can also like do more analysis if you want to. Like you can zoom in and pull out and see how things are. It's pretty amazing, and you can also actually interact with the visualization, not only with the data now. It's pretty amazing.
That's huge, Suraj. Thank you so much. Unfortunately, we got to wrap things up just because of time. If you folks do have questions for Suraj, you can ask them in the chat as I'm wrapping things up here, and we'll see if we can get to them. Otherwise, you can always reach out to us on Discord. You can find that information on the Hasura.io website and a link to get you there as well. Suraj, one thing I'll say before I shift to kind of our housekeeping for the end of the call, essentially what we're doing right with all these visualizations is there's like a miniature web application that's being spun up by the LLM itself, correct?
Yes, that is correct, and
That's a really big foundational piece for what could come, not just visualizations, right? But think about the underlying architecture there.
Exactly. So you can not only create charts and visualization, you can also think about interactive charts. For example, if you can, if you want to interact actually with the data and then render different charts on the fly, you can do that, just like you're getting a web app on the fly.